Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more FTL Advanced Edition Hard Mode. Where last time, even though the volume was a little bit too high for the music, so I apologize for some of that imbalance there, we did win on Hard on the favorite, and that is my first victory on Hard in over a calendar year. So that is all very good and exciting, and as a result, in order to celebrate, we are going to do a user challenge request today. This challenge is from Doctress Calibrator, I hope I pronounced that correctly, where we're going to be doing, and she didn't say what ship I needed to do, so I'm going to be choosing the Federation B, just because we can. Today we're going to be doing on the Nisos what is called a Samaritan run, or at least what I'm calling a Samaritan run. Pretty much, we try and take the high road every time we can. If someone offers a surrender, we take a surrender. If somebody needs fuel, we give them fuel. If somebody needs to help giant alien spiders, we fight giant alien spiders. Now, I was debating whether to disable blue options as an option for this, but I do think blue options are okay to take. But I thought the Nisos fit this very well because A, it's a Federation cruiser. We'll not go into the little juvenile jokes today. But also because it has a Zoltan on it, so Stick is going to be kind of our moral compass point, and Olafson, I guess, will be the counterpoint to that, so Kozar is going to go crazy. As for the Nisos, it does start with the level 2 artillery beam, a Leto missile, and dual lasers. Actually, a pretty strong load up, but we're going to just call this Samaritan, which I hope I spelled correctly. I probably didn't, but let's go ahead and get started. I think this is going to be a fun challenge, if only because sometimes the choices that you make can really just have an impact down the line, and if I have to give all of my fuel away, it's going to be a problem. So I guess here we have to just kind of pay attention. Your heavily damaged Federation ship is high in the nebula. Before I have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Let's try and help them because we are nice people. And we got Raffin out of it. So look, see, good deeds pay off. End of episode. We already know kind of what's going to happen from here. Obviously, nothing bad could possibly happen because we have now saved people. Alright. Second one from the nebula, straight on till morning. What else can we do to help people? Pirate ship arrives shortly, judging from the fact that it is attempt to avoid your ship. And let's see if we can attack the pirate. And we move into engage. This is a fairly dangerous loadout for this early in the game, so I am going to spend a missile to try and break through the Zoltan shield one shot faster, and failed. So see, my stuff can be ioned here. Fortunately, my weapons got ioned, so I will very happily accept that gift, because they're firing an ion stunner. Okay. Stun my engines, that's fine. I didn't need them anyway. Now, one of the goals with this ship is that we are going to need to just kind of let the artillery beam do its thing. So hopefully it can, but if there's a surrender, we are going to accept it. So their stunner's now down. They're trying to run. Now, I didn't say anything about letting them run, so we are going to blow them out of the sky as best we can. They do have NG repairs going on. So their FTL is still delayed because everything is broken. I should be able to get the kill shot right here. Okay, barely missed the guarantee because they repaired it in time. And they were killed in battle. We salvage what we can for 8 big scrap. So the Nisos doesn't start with anything you can sell. You could technically sell the Leto missile, but kind of like on the Zoltan A, whenever you sell that Leto missile, you finally find that you need it. But there's a Federation transport that's under attack from a Rebel scout. Let's help. See, we're already so helpful all the time anyway. Now, we definitely want to be firing here. But I do think I'm going to try and pin the cockpit. Well, that's fun. At least I got one shot off. Unfortunately, their Leto missile still gets to fire. Right in the shield balls. So Olafson can probably go ahead and start repairing in just a moment. They are firing so fast. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal you. We don't gotta worry as much about that. We have so much reactor power right now, it's pretty nice. But we're just gonna save our missiles as best we can. Of course, as soon as I start recording, my phone's blinking at me just a little bit. So nothing super exciting there. There's a reason I didn't see your call ahead of time, Mr. Spam. It's the fun part about having cell phones is that you still get spam, spam, spam all the time, even when you request people not to call you there. But we helped another ship Yeah, it's part of the fun of living in America, I guess. Thank you for saving us. The ship is transporting Federation civilians. I don't have much to offer, but they can inform me of so we need to go this quest marker as best we can. Fortunately, it's kind of on the way to the exit. Whoa, whoa. Well, it's not exactly on the way to the exit, and they technically didn't ask for help. They're trying to be helpful to us, so it's... If I was following, like, super strict, if it were the best way to help them, we'd go for the exit here. But if you re-review the quest text, and maybe someone will own me on this in just a minute, I have to go this way because I'm trying to help the greater good. So 20 scrap isn't going to get me anything at the store, so we're just going to roll with what we got. And we're going to ignore that fancy pants quest marker and hope to God we can take out before our ship gets set on fire. So I didn't even heal my pilot. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to use a second missile just because I really don't like fire beams. Or beam drones in general. There we go. Now all of our shots will hit. Look, Ma! It's fun. It's still fun. Why do you keep trying to attack me? Okay, FTL's charging. And we have to accept their surrender offer every time. So we want to have as little bloodshed as possible as we fight the rebellion, and I'm going to have to see if I can hightail it and even make it out of this sector in time. And once again, we have not healed our pilot, so let's do that. 29 scrap, decent start. We want a better sector one, but the split on the map like this is just a little rough. That's why I said before, I used to play without the little markers that would show everything, but let's hear. We're going to try and we're not going to surrender our crew to the slavers. We're going to keep fighting, and I actually do have to pause here real quick. And we're back. I believe we're back. So we have, oh boy, all the missile launchers all the time here. I don't think this Lido missile is going to do a lot. Oh, not with the defense drone, it's sure as hell not. Okay. We'll have to tank, spank, and artillery beam this and hope that we don't get exactly what happened there, which is missiled in the shields. So the thing about hard, part of the challenge for it, as we get another missile that goes fortunately nowhere, is that you have to roll with the punches. It's not like other difficulties where you can just not get damage and be okay. We're pretty much going to have to sit, eat a few hits from the Lido missile. At least it's a Lido missile and not another kind of missile. So they're trying to escape. We can finally do this. Alright. So we surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. Destroy us, they'll die anyway. Now this is where the Samaritan run feels... Or Samaritan. Samaritan is a little different. We're not playing Civilization here. Okay, this is where the Samaritan run feels a little bit different in my eyes. Because... technically, I'm supposed to accept surrender, but on the other hand, that allows the slave trade to continue. But I'm going to follow the spirit of what the Doctress ordered, and we're going to accept surrender and get another crew. Is that actually almost on our way to... no, we don't have blue event choices here. Alright, well, let's put you on the doors. We don't have too many other stations to man, so we've gotten a lot of crew. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should be able to hit all these jumps. This is going to be a very unfortunately early exit from Sector 1, which could really hurt our run later. So, Hill and let's see here. Help, our shields are down. We have to try and help them. And they offer some thanks and scrap of fuel. They're mining out of the asteroids. So we got 1 hull damage, but we got kind of the best result. So let's patch it up. Patch it up. Whoa, that's a fire. Let's not patch it up. Let's go heal. Who else needs to be healed while we're here? There we go. We'll fix that in just a moment. Alright, so scanners are now offline. Scanners are still on fire. Scanners are not on fire anymore. Alright. So we'll put you over here, put you back here. We actually need to put you all in your home designated areas now. Did Ohm actually get a little injured there? That's annoying. Walking through your breathless area. Not very smart. Alright. New home stations. 50 scrap. Okay, 50 scrap and 2 additional crew is not bad at all. And we have in mind... oh god, of course you would mind control. Well, same plan as before. We do have level 1 shields. So we just need to take down their weapons. Okay, hopefully our weapons don't get hit. Good. And I can probably hit the mind control or the piloting. Let's do that. Alright. Okay, one breach in the artillery beam. That's a little crappy. But they're dead the next round, so... Our bigger challenge is going to be to survive a solar flare, which hopefully doesn't hit our oxygen room and knock it out, so we don't know. 17 scrap. That's totally doable. Alright. We need to heal you up. Preferably by not running through the room that's on fire, that's venting air as we speak. Let's go ahead and get you all to repair this. We're just going to wait for the next solar flare because I have no idea what danger lies below. Alright, so that one's getting air again. Alright, so you go here. You all heal. We did it. Before the next flare. There we go. So no idea if this is a blank jump or not. Oh, why not? Just another star. Good thing we actually did a full repair. This is a really scary missile boat too. Fortunately, that probably means they don't have a lot in the way of defenses. That's the hope anyway. Oh, probably need to put my people back in their respective rooms though. Although I only have one layer of shield right now. Not that I could have upgraded it, but let's see. While they're repairing that, let's lead out the cockpit. We're out of missiles. Well, can't use that as a crutch now. I've been very liberal with my missile fire here, much more so than usual. Maybe even careless or reckless. Engine fire is not awesome when there's Zoltan crew that can explode. Unfortunately, they have fires they have to put out too, so that's exciting. Doors closing. And artillery beam cleans it up. So extra fuel and good stuff. I'm not sure quite why we have the means and ability to go collect stuff from the ship while we're right next to a star that's hemorrhaging pretty much all of its contents, but we are going to need to before we go here. See if we can get out of here in time. We can jump. I hope this is a blank sector. Oh, we barely missed it. That was really risky. So we got to attack the automated ship to get to storage cache or avoid provoking the ship. Now, if this is a Samaritan run and this is an AI, I guess if this were Captain's Edition, we'd know it has feelings and we want to leave it alone, but we're going to attack it. Because I think that's what we're allowed to do here. So who is Kaiser Sose? Kozar Sose is supposed to be our fearless pilot. This is going to be some... Oh, actually shot down the drone. That's worth. We're pretty much going to have to let the artillery beam do this. I guess we're selling the Lido missile because we may not have missiles to speak of much longer. Alright. Can probably afford to fire on the cockpit in case this tries to jump away next. Okay. Another nice thing about the Federation having such a large hull size is that these drones have to go around. It's kind of the contrapositive to why I don't like the defense drone on this hull type, where things just... where the drone has too much of an... Oh, slice and dice. Hit every single room on a ship with the beam. Nice. Didn't even realize I hadn't had that achievement yet. So 15 from the broken ship and lots of stuff. Big storage cache. So we're at 100 scrap. It's already in a little bit of a precarious position here. So I am going to go... Well, we don't need the reactor power. I'm going to go a little crazy here and upgrade my shields. Because that survivability is so important when we only have dual lasers. Well, we have 4 missiles now. So, you arrive at Star. We've got a rogue rebel ship harassing the system. Do you have time to find it? Why, yes, we do. And you're quickly able to track it down. Let's hope it's easy to defeat as he was to find. Oh boy. We're going to get borders. And not books and music either. Har har. We do have 4 missiles, so let's go ahead and... You're just going to die, and that's okay. See if I can pin down the cockpit real quick. So these, unfortunately, are going to sync together. Oh, well, they didn't. Because I have level 2 shields, so they cannot actually hurt me. So that's all very exciting. Okay, so you're dead from lack of air. Even though that was a little silly to do that because I actually... Okay, since they can't hurt me, I can just do this. We don't need the Lido activated anymore. So we can just put up our shields because now they can hurt us again. Now they can't. So we're just going to be sitting here waiting for the artillery beam to do its thing. I guess we do need to upgrade doors. I'm so used to, I guess, the ship I was just doing before, where we had all the shields available, or had all of our doors available. But right now, if I don't man this station, we do run out. But I do, okay. I'm just talking over myself a little bit left and right here, but we do actually need to save some scrap to see if we can get some good stuff from the store. So far, we've had a good Sector 1. Alright, so if you don't destroy the ship, we'll get hacking stun. So that's a very good reason to get hacking. That's kind of a fun little thing, or at least something to sell. So next sector, civilian or civilian. Well, this one, both of these technically put us on track. Oh, that's not true at all. This one is if we're looking to unlock the crystal sector, this one is the best one because we have we have 3 shots to get a sector that gets us a damaged stasis pod. We can go up here or down here. Either way, if we go up here and then we can move down to this area, we have additional chances. If we go down here and this isn't something that can give us a look here, we can still try and go through the nebula and see. And the rock homeworlds are never going to be Sector 3, I think. And if it is, you can't get all the events you need in the civilian sector. So I'm still trying to prioritize unlocking the crystal ship. That's going to be the case every time. And we do have one stored nearby and a distress beacon. Oh, it's a little tough. I may be able to hit both. Because the distress beacon could have the damaged stasis pod. Hacking stun gone. I think the Lido's going to be gone too. So we'll buy the flak. I know, it's like, you keep buying the same shit every time. Maybe, okay, well I have dual lasers. I don't really need the Lido right now. Because I'm going to have 5 shots from there. But we can get the long range scanners now. I think it's probably worth my time to sell the Lido just to repair. Because 3 shots is going to be enough to do a lot of things. Distraction buoys is actually a really deceptively good item as well. I've heard some people on the FTL Reddit in the past say a lot of good things about it, but we just can't float the scrap right now to make it happen. So what are we going to do for our ship? We're going to deactivate the dual lasers. We'll have the flat cannon for now. Dual lasers down here for later. We have a lot of value on our ship in that we have a lot of crew. And this is multiple fights for multiple cats. But I don't think I can actually get to this distress beacon until later. And it could be the damaged stasis pod, so we've got to try it. Especially since it's unmarked. Now, if it's a damaged stasis pod, there's no guarantee that we get it. No, it's from the surface. You pick up a single life form. And what's more helpful here? Because we got to agree to help him either way, but we're a good Samaritan. You find a lone survivor, take him home to his family, a nearby planet in this system, or invite him to join your crew. Either of those are helpful, but I think taking him home if he's a survivor is probably more helpful, and we get a free repair out of it, so that's great. We get a store that does nothing. And are we gonna feel that bad? Pike beam's actually pretty nice, but I'm happy with what we got. So now we've just got to pick a lot of fights here. Because we've got to make some serious upgrades to our ship. Well, I'm not going to be nice and pay their toll. That does not count as being helpful to me. And in some of these fights, the dual laser or the flat cannon may be a bit more of a liability because it's not necessarily going to hit twice, like right there. Fortunately, this ship can't get through 2 shields, so I'm okay right now. But the dual lasers are going to be very important. There we go. Like I said, some hull types, especially the slug ships, it gets to be a pretty nasty problem. Where you just can't hit the broadside of a barn. And that would be entirely on Olofsson. There we go. And we accept their surrender. Because we're good folk. I have a bit of a stutter today, but we are good folk. So nothing here. Oh, that's lovely. I can still get in that one fight, but the rebels are about to overtake it. That's what that red glow means. We're going to avoid the storm here. We're going to go up here. We can actually hit the exit this way. We just want more ships. That's all we want. We don't need the trade. I need to check the rules actually real quick, because I don't think I'm supposed to accept every little thing. It's just anytime anybody asks for help or offers a surrender. So I hope I didn't just break the rules by disagreeing to trade. So, okay, they're looking at a crew without approach without being fired upon, and we promise to help. You consider your options, and we want to help. Let's have the NG remotely repair, and we get stuff done. Yay! Another store. 3 stores in one sector. We don't have really anything to sell, so we're just going to hold off. Asteroid field with 2 shields is just fine. And this is going to be a really good fight for the flat cannon. To be totally honest here. This could actually be a really good fight for the dual laser too. Alright, let's see if... Oh, medbay. And that's a Artemis missile, which is tough. But they're going to get pelted with asteroids now, and we have to accept their surrender. As much as I want to go for blood, this is going to be such a low-score game because you don't get score for accepting surrender. That's okay. We shall make do. We shall get repaid in smiles, I think. They do still smile in the future, I hope. Otherwise, what are we fighting for? So, life form nearby planet. Let's investigate. And what do we have? We can try and communicate peacefully. We have the slug crew to attempt to communicate telepathically. To remote, your crew tells you that these are simple beings who enjoy peaceful life. However, this isn't the first time they've landed here. And they inform you of a nearby crash site. And you get Matt, another NG, who can man our scanners for now. I could put him on weapons, but Olafson's actually already about to get that experience. See, I'm generally a pretty helpful person, and once again, we're not gonna accept the trade. I hope that's not breaking the rules, because it's technically not asking for help or asking for surrender. And we can sell 6 drone parts for a 24 scrap. I don't foresee needing those as much as we're gonna need the scrap. In fact, let's go ahead and upgrade. What's more important? Probably getting dual lasers. We can do doors next. So having some offense, some semblance of a defense. Pretty good start. NG controlled or uncharted nebula. NG controlled still does offer the damage stasis pod. So this and it can have the Zoltan event as well. So we could have a very good turn or a very poor turn. So this unmarked distress beacon, you always want to look for those. And there we go. You arrive at a distress beacon, a small asteroid belt, and a pirate markings. It must have been illegally mining. Beam weapon, carefully cut out the ship, and we get good stuff. And we have another potential first store here. Okay. Greetings, welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you on your way. Let me pause real quick. I feel like I gotta check the rules here, because I don't think I should have to pay the toll, but I want to make sure I'm going with the spirit of what the run suggests. Okay, so I can read the exact rule set here, just so you'd like to see. Let me make sure that I don't actually screw up my windows here doing this. But the most critical rule is whenever an enemy wants to surrender, you have to accept and let them be, no matter what. Even though they're about to die soon. Whenever someone asks you for fuel, you have to give it to them, probably. There are other scenarios, but generally be a good Samaritan, a true altruist. I think that's all. So, we're going to be a true altruist, which means, in fact, we're going to reject this toll. Screw them! We will not regret, we might regret this decision if you have a big ass missile launcher here. But fortunately, flat cannon fires about as hard as the other thing. Unfortunately, it's going to kind of whiff. Okay, we did not take out the one thing I really wanted to take out. Got one more chance before it fires, more than likely. Maybe not. Micromanage. Let's hope for the best. Oh, right in the shield. 4 damage. Okay. Well, maybe we should have paid the toll. That's what she said. Okay. We can still fire back here. Good. That threat's over. You need medical attention. We need air. And they appear to be trying to run away, and we can accept their surrender. I probably would have actually accepted their surrender anyway, but I'm actually pretty good on my health right now. So that's kind of exciting. You're injured again. Why do you keep getting hurt? Now, I do have another store nearby. We don't have a lot to sell. There are a few things I can get for 50 scrap. And there is another fight down there. Saying scrap, I feel like my twang, my southern twang, so I always say scrap. Nothing too exciting there. Halberd beam's pretty exciting, but I have nothing I'm going to be selling for it. We don't really need repairs. We don't really need anything, so kind of a waste of a jump. We need to turn on our oxygen, though. Alright, so for some reason one of my dogs is tea kettling. You can probably hear that. It is about to be hurricane time where I live, and I don't know if that's what she's concerned about. My other much smaller dog has been barking at random things, so maybe that's just what it's going to be today. So Rebel Fighter, come on down. You also have a very large missile launcher, and that is not just you being happy to see me. So we're going to have to really try and hope that we don't get boomed here. There we go. That was how it was supposed to go the first time. And that's where having the different levels of shields can really make a world of difference. Right, so their FTL is charging, but not anymore because now they're all just running for their lives. Repair all the things they say, but it is too late. Look, they're about to die. Let's accept surrender anyway, and magically they don't die. If that were flying at me, it would have been the end of the run. Still one of the inconsistencies that pisses off a lot of people and doesn't make me the happiest camper either. But we do need one more system power. We do need doors. So we'll start there. And we're just going to try and out-jump the Rebel fleet. Reject their offer, and we'll... Look! Another large missile launcher. It's like they went to the big missile launcher store and they were having a clearance sale. Okay. Well, that sucks. It means it's a 3 damage missile. Also means it's going to hit my artillery beam, which is very awful. Because now my biggest form of follow-through on offense is now nothing. There we go. So just a few giant missile launchers, and suddenly things are hurting. I guess if I'm going to be a little tankier of a ship, I need to be... We're accepting surrender yet again. All the scrap we're leaving on the table, that's why it's a challenge run. Another store. This actually exposes us to more beacons, and I can pick up a small repair, perhaps. Because they don't ever have anything for 10 scrap. Let's get a small repair in here. I'll just do it all the way. Distress beacon with a ship. Let's see if there's anything good that can possibly come of this. It's a trap. Well, I guess that's good, as long as you don't hack my weapons. Oh, it's not even a hack. Yeah, go to the med bay. That's cool. I don't care. There we go. Your missiles are down, and their missile missed. Take out their drones here in just a second. Okay, so that, unfortunately I didn't get their drone down before they fired shots. But at least I kill him. And does that actually explode, or am I going to... I don't have any scrap to give, so unfortunately. They can't feel fear, so they bear no ill will when you explain you're unwilling to help. Well, that's too bad. I would have been happy to help, but I just don't have enough scrap. I'm so mean. Let's go ahead and vent all the air in here so we can try and get that in there a little faster. And then repair up. Good old Raffin. Already there. But I think we're right at about the cutoff time for time. So I know I had to take a few pauses there. It's just kind of how it goes. We do have another blank distress beacon, so maybe Crystal is on the table still. But for now... This is Asher, trying my best to be a good Samaritan, but that doesn't mean we always play nice. Thanks for the challenge suggestion. It's fun so far. Hopefully you're enjoying it too. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you all next time.